dust raised by the NSAS protest is gradually transforming into a clarion call for the youths to position themselves for political office in the forthcoming 2023 election in Nigeria. Well, joining us now is a youth activist and former Student Union Government President of Federal University of Technology, Akure, OLASEINDE Williams, fondly called Newton. Williams, glad to have you join us on the program.
My pleasure.
All right. Let's start it this way, OLASEINDE. The NSAS has come and gone. Are the youth organizing themselves in such a way that they're able to come into governance through participation and real interest in governance issues?
Yeah, thank you very much. As you can see, for the past few months, you can see that the youth have actually engaged a lot of protests, because we have 3 series of protests before we actually organize this NSAS protest. That is the consultation, and before confrontation. This is now the era of the youth, because right now the youth are really tired of the governance of this country. And I can tell you that this era that we're actually coming into, that we are tired of these people ruling our country. And that is why me, as an undergraduate student of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, FUTA, and also as an XY Student Union President, we have also been using the platform that we are being given to try and engage people. That is this social platform and also media houses, to try and tell people that this is the right time that the youth and the students of this country must take charge.
Newton, I know you like to be called Newton. I hope you don't mind me referring to you that way. I think that, what you've said is definitely welcomed. And I think, as you've rightfully said, lots of youths in Nigeria feel as though enough is enough and they want to take charge of their own future. If you can give me a bit more specificity on what that will look like. Does that mean that you do not want to have to vote for somebody who is decades older than you? Does that mean that you are preparing to put yourself in a position where your peers will be standing in for presidency? When we talk about the action that we want to see, I just want to have a clearer picture of what you're expecting, what the new Nigeria that you want should look like.
Thank you very much. As you can see, like you said, I'm an aspirant for the NANS president. And what are the key things that me as a person that actually contesting for the position of NANS presidency, key things that I actually want to do, and what we are also yearning for is the rebirth. And what the rebirth agenda actually means is to restructure and register NANS for the progress of Nigeria, to ensure that all interests of Nigerian students remain so sacrosanct. And as you can see, it's not as if we want to take away all these old men. It's going to be an inclusive governance. As you can see, all these stakeholders and also these leaders, they have also been people that have also been part of the government. And you cannot even become, me as an aspirant, I cannot become the NANS president without the advices from these leaders and also these stakeholders, which is extremely very, very necessary. But what the youth generally, what they are yearning for is a change in narrations. The youth are tired of old people actually taking offices. We want to take charge. They need to advise us, definitely, because they have actually served in that kind of position. But we want to take charge and also want to serve our own constituency.
Okay, Newton, I'll come in at this point and continue calling you Newton. Yeah. It's hard to miss the analogy between NANS and our country, as you've referred to it. So I want to understand, maybe you could give me some insight. How did NANS get to a position where it was taken over, so to speak, by the older aged politicians? How did you, the youths, seem to be standing by and let this happen?
Because as you can see, let me cite this as an example. Me for an example, I became a union president at the age of 21, and now I'm contesting for the position of NANS presidency at the age of 23. As you can see, it is not as if the older generation have actually taken it, but for the past, that has actually been the norm. But I want you to understand that this NSAS protest has actually changed everybody's narrations. And that is part of the reasons that it has also engineered the fact that we, younger generation, want to take back these NANS, our association, back to the grassroots. An association that is going to be inclusive from the primary school, secondary school, all tertiary institution is going to be inclusive. And so it is not as if it has been what has been laid down for us. But I can actually assure you, with my interactions with the delegates over the whole 4 zones and also over the country, I can tell you that the student union president across all institutions are also ready for the change. They want the youth to actually take over. And who are the youth? And as you can see, this forthcoming NANS election that is actually coming through, I am the youngest. I'm just 23. I'm contesting. My contemporaries are already committed with some commitment, either probably married or probably postgraduate students. But that is why, if even being given this platform, we are going to change these narrations. So it's not as if we have not been given this platform. It's just that over the years, this has actually been the norm. But I can tell you, Ma and Sir, that this norm is going to be changed in this next 2 days convention. Thank you very much.
All right, Olaseinde Olayinka Williams, wish you the best of luck. I hope that you have what it takes to win the presidency of NANS. Thank you for being on this show.